Welcome back to the NITE Economics YouTube channel, and tonight we're going to be looking at the price of McDonald's. How low can it go? If you're liking the content, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and without any further ado, let's get into tonight's video. So as you can see here, let's actually start our way backwards. Or let's start with the weekly time frame here. As you can see here that I think McDonald's price is going to go significantly lower in the next couple of years, and the reason for this is for a couple of reasons. Here on the weekly, the 2-week, and the monthly time frame, there's some things that are quite bearish that are happening to the price action and to the moving averages of McDonald's. So starting here, we had a cross to the downside here. We had the 21 exponential moving average moving below the 200 simple moving average, and this is just something that doesn't happen very frequently. It hasn't happened in a very long time. The last time it happened was in the year 2015, where it moved to the downside and it stayed below the 21, stayed below the 200 simple for about 4 weeks, and then it recovered. And as you could see here, there's also a collision course between the 55 exponential moving average and the 200 simple moving average. And the last time you saw that happen was all the way back in the year 2000, 2001, during this recession over here, where we had I guess it was after the dot-com bubble burst. We had here, as you can see over here where my cursor is, we had the 21 exponential moving average move aggressively below the 200 simple, and then later on in the year, I guess the next year, because this one happened was in September, I guess, September 11th, 2000, and then later in the year we had this one, I guess early the following year, we had the 55 exponential moving average move below the 200 simple, and you could see, it caused the price action to really get down to the 377 exponential moving average. And then I guess over here, this must have been, I guess not. I guess some of this was probably related to September 11, I suppose, some of this downward price action. So you had your recession, you had the dot-com bubble burst, and we had like this time during the September 11 thing that happened, September 11 Twin Tower stuff. We had also some wars that started happening during this time period. So it was kind of like pretty bearish time period. So you could see caused a major pullback or major drop in price action, especially I guess if we measure it from when the first cross happened to the downside, the 21 moved below the 200 simple, and it was a 57% move from when that cross happened here on the weekly time frame. So now let's take a look at the 2-week time frame. So yeah, so in the weekly, if we go back to the weekly, I do expect I expect price action to minimally get back down here to the 377 exponential moving average, which is currently sitting at $256, and I think it's going lower. That's just by minimum. I mean, it's so close to that already. It's just a matter of just really this cross happening, and I think we're going there. If we don't even go there before. I mean, for this cross, for the 55 to get below not get below the 200. In the next couple of weeks, it would need to really start recovering and really I would say probably get above its 21 exponential moving average. But so far, it doesn't look like it's showing any signs of wanting to do that. Excuse me. If we look here on the 2-week time frame, like I said, I guess I didn't say here, we had this silver cross that happened here a couple of weeks ago. I think this was in July. Yeah, early July, we had this silver cross to the downside, 21 exponential moving average moving below the 55 exponential moving average, and this is again something that just doesn't happen very frequently. Didn't happen over here. The last time it happened was, you guessed it, in 2000, in the year 2000, July 31st, 2000, and from that cross, so this was 25 years ago, from that cross to our low, we had a move of approximately 62%, and it took a very long time for this move to happen from when that cross happened. So we're talking about what, 2.5 years. 2.5 years for that move to happen. And for it to get down to the 377, it took, about 2 years, give or take. So, I mean, for it to get down to the 377 from current price action from when the cross happened, which was here, I guess. Yeah, it happened around here. 20% move to the downside, and 2 years out would take us to summer 2028, give or take. And that's not even a big move, right? When this happened back in, it's 28% move. I mean, it is a big move, but in comparison to this move to the downside, it's 32. It's not that much bigger. But if we look down to the low that was created, it was a 62% move. But I'm not saying it's gonna drop that much. What I am saying is that I think it's gonna get all the way down to 377 at a minimum. For me to say that it's gonna get down this low, like a 60%, 50% move, we would have to see both the 21 and the 55 exponential moving average, I would say, get below the 377 exponential moving average, and we're quite far from that happening right now. So I would say, we're not there yet. And then lastly, on the monthly, some very bearish things have happened, and mainly is that the 5 exponential moving average is about to move below the 55 exponential moving average. And I would say this cross would happen in September's open, unless McDonald's rallies above its 55, more or less get above its 55 exponential moving average in the next 7 days and 8 months. And today is August 24th. So if we get this cross happening, we haven't seen this cross happen to the downside. We haven't seen a cross like this happen to the downside. The red line moved below its 55, the green line, and that didn't happen since pretty much January of 2001. And from there, we saw a correction all the way down to the 200 simple moving average on the monthly, and then some, right? But I think this is based off of a couple other things that happened. I mean, for me to say that it would get down to the 377 exponential moving average here on the monthly, the 5 exponential moving average would have to move below the 200 simple, and it's quite far from that price action from now. I mean, the 200 simple here on the monthly time frame is sitting at $176, but I think that is ultimately where it's heading. And again, this would be like 2 years out from current price action, or from today's date, which would be sometime in like the summer of 2028, so like 2 years from now, if things keep going in this direction, right? I mean, this is not 100% is gonna happen, but I do see something like that happening. And so these are the price targets I'm looking at. I would say this year we could probably see, very likely we're gonna see $256 price for McDonald's, probably early to mid next year, $200. And then, if things get really crazy, 176, and really, really crazy, 136, which is currently, I think I have to put 138, that's an error, which is currently where the 377 exponential moving average currently is sitting at here on the monthly time frame. That's all I have for today's video. Again, if you guys are liking the content, please subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, drop a like, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care, and bye.